What's going on, everybody? Steve back, coming at you again with another one. Today we're going fishing, but it's not going to be a regular fishing trip. We are going to be finding supplies to make our own fishing rod, right? And by finding, I don't mean going to a store and finding it in the store. I mean we're going to find it in the wilderness. Imagine that you're on an island, stranded somewhere. You have no way to eat. You have no supplies. All you have is maybe a knife, right? That's all I have on me right now. We are going to find some items that we can utilize as tools to essentially make our own fishing rod. I'm excited. This is gonna be kind of fun. Let's get it. All right, so the first thing obviously you're gonna need is gonna be what's gonna be like the base, like your shaft for your rod. And what I'm gonna look for is a sturdy enough branch or something that I can find, maybe like a little log or a piece of bamboo or something. I probably won't find bamboo out here, but the objective here is to find something that I can use as the shaft for my fishing rod. Let's see what we can find. Let's see. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. That is exactly what I'm looking for right there, guys. Decent size branch right here. It looks like it's pretty flexible. Looks like it can definitely withstand some pressure as well. Now we gotta try to get it out of the ground. Let's see. All right, guys. By the way, all I have with me is a knife, my trusty knife. Now, I'm gonna try to get this thing out of the ground. I gave it a little tug a little bit ago. Seemed like it might be kind of hard to do, but let's give it a try. Whew. That is harder than I thought it would be. Let's see if we can give it a little cut with the knife. Woo! Success. Ha! We did it. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, guys. So we're back here at the house, sitting by the fire pit. It is time to prepare our fishing rod. Now, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of these excess branches right here. See if we can get these off. Mind you, all I have is this puny little knife, so we're just going to have to try to make it work. Cut a little bit of a slit at the top right there. This is looking pretty good right now. I'm kind of surprised that it worked that well, guys. All right. It's a bit bold, but hey. Next order of business is finding some fishing line. Now, I know it's not common to find fishing line just hanging around wherever it is that you live. This just happens to be a lot next to my house, right? But it's got a bunch of junk, a bunch of debris hanging around. There's some little walkways that I can kind of make my way through here. I'm gonna try to find some fishing line, not fishing line specifically, but maybe something that we can use as fishing line. Maybe some stringy cordage or vines, maybe some stringy roots, something that's got some pull to it, some elasticity to it, but that's also flexible enough to withstand the force of like a fish grabbing onto it, right? It doesn't just snap. So I'm hoping that I can find something. If I can't find anything, I do have some fishing line that I'll just go ahead and use as a substitute. But keep in mind that if you're on like a beach or if you're on an island somewhere stranded, I promise you 9 times out of 10, you are going to find some sort of fishing line or some sort of cordage that you can utilize as fishing line. Trust me, that stuff washes up on beaches all the time and it's terrible for the environment, but people that are in those predicaments where they have to survive, it's definitely a benefit to them as well. But hey, We'll do our best. If not, we do have a plan B. Let's do it. I found something that I could probably, I don't know, guys. We could probably use this. Let's see if we can make something out of this, guys. Let's go back over to the fire pit. Let's see what we can make out of this. This seems like a stringy material. It's not, you know, I'm not sure this is gonna work, guys. It just broke. I barely pulled it and it already ripped. Oh no. Let's see if we can, let's see. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Well, we tried for sure, and I definitely wanted to try to use it, but it breaks far too easily. If one fist grabs on this, it's gonna literally snap it. Check this out. Not sure if you guys can see that, but yeah. Not happening. We have searched far and wide for any type of material that we can use as fishing line. We have been unsuccessful. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and utilize the fishing line that I have in the garage. But check this out. Look what I just found, guys. Check this out. That tin can right there. That top is gonna get us a hook. We are that much closer to creating our own fishing rod. Let's do it. We have searched far and wide for any type of material that we can use as fishing line. We have been unsuccessful. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and utilize the fishing line that I have in the garage. But check this out. Look what I just found, guys. Check this out. That tin can right there. That top is gonna get us a hook. We are that much closer to creating our own fishing rod. Let's do it. Wow, it is so hot out here right now. This is crazy. Like I just told you guys, we found this tin can out here, and it looks relatively new actually. I'm going to be taking the top of that tin can right there, and I'm gonna see if I can turn it into a hook. Now, in an effort to not hurt myself while doing this, I'm probably gonna utilize some pliers. Well, I'm not probably, I am gonna use some pliers. There's our top. Let's see if we can make a hook out of it. I am so surprised that we were able to get that good of a point on that hook, guys. Check that out. Let's do it. Now let's go ahead and assemble the rest of our rod. I've got my line right here. I've got my shaft to my rod right here. I'm going to be, in an attempt to try to secure the line as much as possible and not lose any fish, I'm going to be cutting some slits, like maybe at like a 45-degree angle, against just like a pocket for my line to sit as I wind it up. So let's cut our first slit right here. See that right there? That little slit right there. What I'm going to try to do as I wind up the rod, or I'm sorry, wind up my line, that it just sits in that little pocket right there. I'll probably cut maybe like 3 or 4 of these along the top. Let's see how it goes. Now that we got all of our supplies, let's go ahead and wind this bad boy up, shall we? I'm going to start by obviously starting it here where we made our first slit. I'm going to be securing it with a nice knot. Hopefully we can make this work on the first try, right? Let's do it. Secure that there. I'm definitely going to double knot it just so I can be sure that I've got a good bit of security there. So wind that bad boy around one more time. The last thing you want to do is lose your line, right? So now we have that first one there. What we're going to do now is wind that line all the way up the rest of the rod. And as I get to each slit, I'm going to pass it through like so. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that's the objective here. Let's go ahead and keep on winding. I had to transition back over to my phone. I think the camera microphone is a bit compromised because of the wind, so I do apologize if the audio quality is not to your expectations, guys. I am sorry about that. But where were we? We were actually here. We were at the end of our rod here. We pretty much have secured the line all the way up to the tip of our rod. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tie a knot, and I'm going to pass it through that slit that I had cut earlier. All right, we have done it. We have secured our line onto our hook, and our fishing line is ready. Now let's go ahead and go over to one of the lakes here to see if we can probably pull a fish out of the water, guys. Let's do it. And look who came to visit. What's up, buddy? How you doing? This turtle, ever since we bought this house, this turtle has been like, he kind of, I don't know if he lives in the area, he lives across the street maybe, but he always makes his way back to my driveway, and I love it. Here we are. We have made it to this little lake here in the area. There's definitely some fish moving in there. I've got my trusty rod. Now, I was trying to find some worms here a little bit ago, but I did have this lure on me. I'm just gonna try that lure out on my my custom hook there. See if we can catch something. See that, guys? I'm not sure if you can see that through the camera, but there's some movement. It's like they're hanging out by it, like they're not sure what it is. I think I'm gonna drop my rod and walk away. I think they're intimidated by me standing here. Let's see. Well, that was an epic failure, guys. But we did our best. I think it may have been the lures. If I was able to find some worms, I'm pretty sure I would have caught some fish, because they kept messing with the lure, but they didn't want to bite it. They didn't want to engage with the lure. But it's all good. Thank you guys for your patience. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate it. God bless you. And we're out.